A surprise! This is the answer that my sisters gave Santa for many of our younger years when simply asked what they thought that they wanted for Christmas. Just a surprise, they'd answer. Now, as the Christmas season approaches, where has this year gone, right? I wonder what your answer would be to the question, what do you think you'd like for Christmas this year? For many of our younger years, in total contrast to my sister's replies, my answer was always quick and to the point. A Laboratory 7, please. I wanted to be a scientist, and a Laboratory 7, which was a kid's science kit, was all that was needed to begin the journey. Now, the year before I discovered this calling, I had asked for a Creepy Critters game. Remember that one? And Santa gave it to me on Christmas morning. So, wouldn't you think that in the following year, if I asked for a Laboratory 7, I would inevitably hear Santa say, voila! And there it would be before me, of course after the customary smoke and dream sequence, but it didn't. And for every year I pleaded, it never materialised, ever. However, the surprise that my sisters had humbly asked for each year did. Always. Now, these days as an adult, as I think about these events from my childhood, I can't help but be bamboozled by the line of thinking that motivated both sets of Christmas requests. My sisters, like me, were kids. Yet, unlike me, they displayed incredible character and loads of humility in their requests. Now, why do I think that? Allow me to recite a short list of what our contrasting requests implied. Number 1, they were happy with what they had and they didn't think they needed anything. Now, I, on the other hand, was convinced that I would never be complete without a Laboratory 7. Number 2, they made requests, not demands, in reply to the question, what do you think you'd like for Christmas this year? I, on the other hand, recall disguising my begging with, please, please. Number 3, they were always grateful for whatever they got from Santa, which was always way better than expected, even though I can't actually remember any of the surprises they got. But I can clearly remember their happy faces. Now, I, on the other hand, was ironically surprised every year when my present turned out to be way better than a Laboratory 7. I remember the one year Santa gave me the most amazing race car set instead of a Laboratory 7, and I was stoked, yes. How can I be so sure of all these memories and all of these inferences? Well, because my sisters and I have hilariously reminisced many times since. As grown-ups, I wonder what our answers would be to Santa's question, what do you think you'd like for Christmas? Are we content or do we feel incomplete? Should we be firmer with our requests or just go with the flow? Are we grateful for the little things? Do we ever receive something way better than what we asked for? For me personally, a place of contentment, wisdom to know the difference between when I'm being too pushy and when relationships are more important than my rights, and more thankfulness and gratefulness are important to my journey. And let me assure you, I have not arrived yet. As we continue to do life towards this silly season, I invite you to join me on the journey in search of contentment, wisdom, and gratefulness. I'm confident that some have already discovered and devoured aspects of all three, or maybe all of them, and we could sure learn from them given half the chance, couldn't we? However, if you're anything like me and still on the long road to discovery and learning, I know that I've discovered and learned one thing for sure thus far, I ain't there yet, and I can do with more of all of them. Come and join me on the adventure, because who knows, it might turn out to be the best thing you've ever done for yourself. Always stay in the learning phase, I say. Who knows what could be just around the next curve? It could be anything. Could be the year of the Laboratory 7. Or even better, a surprise. Merry Christmas, everyone, and I'll see you next time.